Okay. Hierarchical inheritance we finish. Okay. Correct na guys? In a paint shop, in a paint we saw single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. We people finish. Okay. Now multiple inheritance we keep on hold. Okay. We keep on hold. And after that, guys, now we are going to see impact of inheritance on class member. Okay. So now, guys, pay attention here. Pay attention here and try to get the concept neatly, fully. Okay. It is very, very easy concept, guys. Nothing difficult is there. Okay. So impact of inheritance on class member means, guys, to be free, frank, we have four class members: variables, methods, blocks, constructors. Out of these four, which class member we can inherit? Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point, everyone? Which class member we can inherit? Okay, that only, nothing but impact of inheritance. Okay, that is only the part which we are going to discuss. Now, guys, we have universal category of members. Can you tell me what is that? What is the universal category of member? Correct, Saroj. What is the universal category of member, guys? Static, non-static. Okay. Static member, non-static member. So, guys, first we will see now static member. Okay. First we will see static member. So, guys, we have three static member. Yes or no? We have three static member, guys. Variable, static block, static method. Okay. Let's see everything in one simple program. Okay. In one simple program. And guys, in our last session, we introduced Eclipse also. Okay. So now we will do our coding, our programming on Eclipse. Okay. So observe here. See guys, I am using Eclipse just for our concern. Okay. But in a future, again, we will come back to the notepad because trust me, in a Eclipse, we will become lazy because every time we are getting suggestion. Yes or no? Every time we are getting suggestion. Okay. So for coding, still best practice is notepad only. Okay. But now as I want you guys to become familiar, so we are going for Eclipse. Okay. So let me just close all these files, guys. Don't worry, this is my older work. Some I done. I will remove this. Huh. So guys, now observe here. Guys, it is very clean, clear, simple, guys. let me remove main method. Okay. So now guys, I removed main method. So we have three static members. Number one, static variable. Static int x equals to 10. Okay. So this is static variable. Second is static block. So this is static block. Let me print here. Let me print here static block running. Okay. Now let me declare static method. Okay. So I declare one static method. Let's say M1. Now guys, here I will say M1 running. Okay. Now guys, this part is done. Okay. This part is done. Now guys, what I am saying, pay attention very clearly. So this is our thing. This is our section 2. This is our demo run class. Okay. So let's say guys, I will create a new class in our project. So let's say test inheritance. Okay. Test inheritance. I create a new class guys. Okay. New class. Now guys, here in this class, I'll declare main method. Now, guys, is everyone clear up to this in a story? I create two classes. One class I am having static variable, static method, static block. Second class I am having main method. Okay. Now guys, so ultimately, if I want to explain you this on Paint, so story becomes something like this. Story becomes something like this. So guys, now observe here. Guys, here I am having class as demo run. Guys, am I audible clearly? Can you hear me, everyone? Okay. So now guys, here I am having class demo run, and here I am having class test inheritance. Okay. Here I am having test inheritance. Now guys, in a demo run class, we are having static variable, static block, static method. Now guys, see what I am trying to say. These two classes are entirely separate from each other, don't have any relation with each other. Yes or no? Both the classes are entirely different. Okay. Now guys, so guys, without any relation, without any kind of concern, is demo run property accessible in test inheritance class? Tell me. No relation, no communication, nothing. Can we access these three here? Okay. See guys, I'll tell you. Okay. So demo run class I am saving. So X is there. Can I print X here? See, compile time error. Can I call M1 method? See, compile time error. Okay, because guys, you are aware it will search the X in current class. It will search M1 in current class. Okay. Now guys, if you try to access, then you have to use class name. Am I right? Guys, slowly, I will come to the point. We have to use class name because we are accessing property from another class. So if here I will give demo run.x, it is accessible. Demo run.m1, it is accessible. Are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? Okay. Now, guys, but now I know by using class name we can access this. This is very simple. But now what I want to check, hey boss, is static members inherited or not? Boss, are you going to the child class? So if I am doing child class, so guys, now observe here, come back to the pane. Inheritance means, can I say demo run property comes to test inheritance? Here extends. Okay, demo run property come to test inheritance. Now, guys, now can I say we have two possible scenarios? First possible scenario is static member will inherit. Second possible scenario is static member will not inherit. Yes or no, guys? End of the day, we are having these two conclusions. Either they will inherit, either they will not inherit. Okay. Now, guys, let's do one assumption. Okay, let's do one assumption. Assume static members are inherited. Assume, guys, static members inherited. So, if it is inherited, then guys, can I say if it is inherited, then guys, can I say these three will automatically available here? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? These three are available here if it is inherited. That means, guys, if they are available here, that means, again I am repeat guys, that means these three properties are present in a child class also. Yes or no? Are present in a child class also if it is inherited. Okay. And guys, tell me, do we need to use class name to access current class property? If these three available in this class only, then we no need to use class name. We can access directly. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? So now, guys, ultimately, I am coming to the final point, guys. Pay attention carefully. So now, after inheritance, I will try to access this member directly. If it is accessible, means it is inherited. If it is not accessible, means it is not inherited. Yes or no, guys? We will come to the conclusion. We will come to the conclusion. Boss, it is inherited or it is not inherited. Okay. So, guys, now observe here. Let me remove this demo run. I will not use class name of the. Here also I will not use class name. Okay. So both the places I am removing the class name And here guys, now I will use extends demo run. Guys, any error? As soon as I am extending demo run, any error in the code? That means, can I say guys, static members inherited? Can I say static member inherited? And see the output. See the output. Static block running, then 10, then M1 running. Means blocks also inherit, variable also inherit, methods also inherit. Is everyone clear on this? All the static members are inherited. All the static members are inherited. Okay. Guys, confirm clear on everything. Give me confirmation. Okay. Okay. So guys, now note down this and then copy the program. Rumesh, as soon as main method found by JVM, automatically it will execute static block, na? Before start execution of main method. That is a rule of block, static block. Same thing here also. Guys, note down this. Once done, let me know. Don't worry, Ravi. What is the matter with the public? Guys, why these classes declare with the public, okay, in Eclipse? That part you will understand in a future concepts. Don't worry. Done with this? Can I show another class? Write down this. Output also. Guys, done with the copy? Guys, done with the copy? Okay. Now, guys, this just for your reference, so you will get familiar. We took the example on Eclipse. But now, guys, again, let's go back to our Notepad school. Because, guys, in a Eclipse, I cannot ask you any case of compile time error. Because Eclipse will directly show, hey boss, this is compile time error. Yes or no, guys? Our study will not happen properly. Okay. To make an understanding of concept clearly, we have to go to Notepad only. Okay. So now guys, let's go to Notepad again. So observe here. Observe here, everyone. So now guys, see, very straightforward question, guys. Can we inherit static method? Tell me. Can we inherit static method? Here I will open command prompt. Okay. And here I will open Notepad, or else wait, let me open some pre-class only. Okay. So guys, now see, I am having, let's say, class test. Okay. And here I am having class sample. Okay. So two classes I am having. Now guys, you tell me, like you told me we can inherit static method. Then my question is, guys, main method is also static only, na? Then what do you think? Can we inherit main method? You told guys static methods we can inherit. Then I am saying about main method. Main method is also static. See, public static void main string array arc. Okay. So guys, now say here I am giving one message like parent main running. Okay. Now, guys, again we have to take some assumption. Guys, think, assume main method is not available in sample class. Say, now I am not doing any inheritance, guys. Say, let me save this. Let me compile. Guys, are you in the position to understand? Everyone? Right now, I am not doing any inheritance. Okay. Normal. Test class having main method, sample class not having. So let me compile. Okay. See, code compiles fine. Now, Java test. Obviously, test is executing. Java sample. Are you getting runtime error? Was main method not found? Is everyone clear on this? Was main method not found? Okay. Now guys, my concern is I will inherit extends test. Okay. What I will do guys, I will inherit extends test. Now guys, if I run a sample class and I am getting runtime error, that means main method cannot be inherited. And if it executes successfully and we got parent main running printing statement, that means guys, can I say main method also inherits? Are you getting the conclusion? Okay. So let me try to compile now. Let me try to compile now. Okay. So one more time guys, we will start doing compilation. One more time we will start doing compilation. See, no problem. Execute test class, obviously no problem. Execute sample class, still no problem. Now tell me guys, can we inherit main method? Can we inherit main method? Absolutely yes. So guys, moral of the story is don't apply your great brain everywhere. Yes or no? Boss, we can inherit static method. Main method is also static only, so that fellow also inherit. Okay. Am I clear everyone? Am I clear everyone? Okay. So guys, this is the output. This is the output. So let's note it down guys. Let's note it down one important point, and then you can copy the program. Guys, write down this point. We can inherit main method as well. If child don't have main method, then parent class main method will execute. Okay. Parent main method, child class will execute. Okay. Write down this point. Guys, done with the copy. Okay. Write down the case. Write down the case. Guys, done with the copy? Done with the copy? Okay. So, Rajeshwari, you want to copy theory? Copy it fast. Just one point, Rajeshwari. Okay. So, now, guys, what I am asking, listen carefully. So, this is about method. So, both static method inherit, main method also inherit. Now, guys, I will do some changes here. Okay. Let's say, guys, here, instead of this, in a parent, I am having, in a parent, I am having static block. Okay. So let's say, guys, parent SBR running. Okay. Parent SBR running. Now, guys, here, let's say in a child class, I am having main method. Okay. Sample is a child class, guys. And now here I will say child SBR. Now, guys, tell me what will be the output. Parent SBR running, child SBR running, or child SBR running first and then parent SBR running. Tell me. Because blocks also inherited. So tell me, guys. First of all, guys, is everyone getting my question? If parent and child both are having static block, okay, what is my question, guys? See, my question is, if parent and child both are having static block, then which block will be executed first? Are you getting my point, guys? Okay. So, guys, let me save this. Let me compile. Observe. See, I am compiling. No problem. Execute. Guys, getting the point. So can I say first entire parent static block running, after that child static block running? Is everyone getting my point? Is everyone getting my point? Okay. Guys, note down this case. Simple, Ravi. That is only the sequence JVM is following. Okay. Whenever JVM found main method, first it will try to go in parent and it try to execute all parent static blocks. Then it will execute all all child static block. Okay. That is only the sequence they make. Guys, note down this case. Guys, done with the copy? Everyone? Okay. So, guys, now this is all about static member. So ultimately, can I say, guys, all static member we can inherit? Yes or no? Ultimately, all static member we can inherit. Okay. So now, guys, let's go for non-static member. Okay. So, guys, we have 3 static member, but we have 4 non-static member: variable, method, block, constructor. Constructor is also non-static in nature, correct? So now guys, let's see impact of inheritance on non-static member. So let me remove this. Now guys, here let's say NSBR running, non-static block running. Guys, can you hear me? Yeah. So guys, we are discussing non-static block. Okay, means non-static member. We have 4 non-static member, guys. Non-static variable, non-static method, non-static block, and constructor. Constructor by itself non-static. So guys, let's say this is non-static block. This is non-static variable. And let's say this is non-static method. Okay. Now, guys, here let me just print M1 running. Okay. Now, guys, can I say only one member is left? That is constructor. Yes, no. Variable is there, block is there, method is there, constructor is left. So, guys, constructor part we will discuss after this. Okay. Constructor, our biggest key member, guys, biggest villain. So that part we will discuss separately. Right now, pay attention on these 3 members. Okay. So guys, now as I am doing inheritance, I just want to check these members are inherited or not. Okay guys, if inheritance is not there, then can I say I have to create test class object? Yes or no guys? We have to create test class object. Okay. To call this and here t dot x, and after that t dot s dot m1. And let's cross check guys what will be the output. Observe here. Observe here. Compile. Execute. Is it working? That means, can I say guys, these non-static members are inherited? Non-static variable inherited, method inherited, blocks also inherited. Is it clear everyone? Atithi, it's not t dot x, it's s dot x, Atithi. Okay. So, guys, is everyone get my point? Apart from constructor we didn't see, but non-static variable, method, blocks are inherited. Okay. Any confusion? Okay. So, guys, note down this. Note down this. Okay, Rumesha, I will explain first. Write it down. Non-static will not go in execution until and unless you will not create object. Guys, done with the copy? Okay. Now, guys, let's discuss all the doubts, whatever you ask to me. Okay, let's discuss all the doubts, whatever you guys ask. So first doubt you ask, guys, Ravi, I'm doing same thing. Okay, pay attention. So first doubt you people ask, why we create sample class object? We can create test class object. Guys, Ligina, you ask, if I create test class object, then how I can prove the point of inheritance? Because if I create test class object, even though inheritance is not there, still it will work. Our section 1 normal approach. Anywhere access non-static member via creating object. Are you getting my point? Just like test class object can access all test class members. But I don't want to prove this point. I want to prove inheritance. That's the reason, guys. After inheritance, these all property become sample property also. Yes or no? These all property become child class property also. So that's the reason I create child class object and try to access it. So hence prove it is inherited. Are you clear up to this, Ligina and everyone? Got the point why I create child class object? Okay. Second thing, execution flow you guys didn't understood. Guys, what is there in execution flow? Just because of inheritance, all three members are available here. So as soon as you create the object, first thing it will search for non-static block. So non-static block executes. Then I am calling variable. So this is a variable value. Then I am calling method. So this is a method value. Now is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Okay. So now observe here neatly. So guys, let's say again same case I want to show you. Hmm, let's assume, guys, I am having non-static block. So let's say parent, and guys, I am having child non-static block also. Okay. So let's say child. Now tell me, guys, I will remove this. Now tell me what will be the output. First parent, child, or child parent. Parent child or child parent. Guys, you only tell me what happened in case of static concept. What happened in case of static block? What happened in case of static block? Parent child. So guys, same thing can happen in a non-static also, na. So Let me try to compile this. No problem in compilation. Exit. Okay, Java test is anyhow not there. Java sample. Is it working fine? Is it working fine? So, guys, whether it is static block or whether it is non-static block, can I say first priority always goes to parent? Yes or no? Yes or no? So here I will make a point. In a case of block, first priority always goes to parent. Okay, guys, note down this case. Note down this case. Guys, done with the copy? Guys, done with the copy? Okay. So guys, now you only tell me, first of all, is everyone clear up to this about static block, static method, static variable, non-static block, non-static method, non-static variable? Okay. Now, guys, which member is left out? Which member is left out, guys? Constructor, correct. Which member left out, guys? Constructor. Can I say, guys, nothing but biggest villain in our story? In our Java movie, biggest villain, constructor. Now, observe here. Let's say, guys, I am having constructor. So this is my own constructor, guys. So let's say parent constructor running. Parent constructor running. Now, guys, my concern is if I create sample class object, then what do you think? Will it print parent constructor running? Is each constructor inherited? This is only the question, correct? Is constructor inherits or not? Okay, this is only the question. So guys, let me save, let me execute. Guys, pay attention here. 101% pay attention here. Okay. Compile, execute. Is it working? Okay. Then what do you think? Constructor inherit or not inherit? Constructor inherits or not inherits? Guys, by seeing the output, you can say constructor is inherit. But reality is constructor is the only member in a Java which cannot be inherited. Again, I will repeat myself, guys. Constructor is the only member in a Java which cannot be inherited. Guys, you are thinking here constructor inherits, but biggest thing is constructor never be inherited. Then how you are getting output? Guys, very quickly you guys forgot, guys. This is a sample class. Every class have their own constructor. If I am not giving, compiler gives default constructor. Okay, like this. In every constructor, super statement is there. That super statement invoke parent class constructor. Super statement invoke extended class constructor. Nothing but, guys, this is a program of constructor chaining. Are you getting? Same program we saw there also, na? Not recalling, guys. Not recalling. Is everyone understand? Default constructor is there. Default super statement is there. Okay. Our previous case is as equal as this case. So guys, are you getting my point? Constructor is the only member in a Java which cannot be inherited. Then how it is executed? That how answer you people got. But now question is why constructor cannot be inherited? Because guys, real fact is constructor cannot be inherited Because constructor is only responsible for inheritance. Are you getting my point? Constructor member is only responsible for inheritance. Because of constructor only, one class property going in another class. Guys, now I will prove my point. How constructor responsible for inheritance. Listen guys carefully. See, right now if I compile and execute this, it will work. See, compile, execute, it is working. Guys, it is working because, can I say, child class constructor is correctly mapped with parent class constructor? Yes or no? Non-argument superstatement is mapped with non-argument constructor of parent, non-argument constructor of superclass. That's the reason inheritance possible, compilation possible, inheritance is possible. Now guys, if let's say here I am having super of 1, 2, 3. Tell me guys, is constructor mapping happen? Is constructor mapping happen? Child class try to connect with int argument constructor, which is not available. That means compile time error. And guys, if compile time error is there, that means inheritance not happening. Is everyone connecting all the dots, guys? Highly conceptual point it is. Is everyone understanding? Constructor is responsible for inheritance. Constructor mapping, strictly speaking. Child class should able to invoke parent class constructor. Then only further inheritance is happening. Otherwise inheritance not happening. And due to this guys, constructor never be inherited because they are only responsible for inheritance. Is everyone getting my point? Is everyone clear with this? Pakka? 100%? Okay. Now, guys, now you only tell me this is one reason. Another reason is if constructor is inherits, then guys, can I say child class having a constructor with a two different name? That is not possible, na? Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Okay. One class cannot have constructor with two different name. Yes, Anirudh, but if you are giving, then compiler not giving. Correct, na? If you are giving, compiler not giving. If you are not giving, then compiler is giving. Same thing. Okay. So tell me guys, now I am asking some tricky questions. Which member cannot be inherit in a Java? Which member cannot be inherit in a Java? Constructor. Okay. Why constructor cannot be inherit? Because, observe here guys, I'll share the notes now. Because any class don't have constructor with a different name. Second, to perform inheritance, constructor mapping should happen. Constructor mapping means subclass constructor should able to invoke superclass constructor. Okay. then only this is happening. That is, constructor is only responsible for inheritance. And guys, that is your biggest suspense reveal. Third job of constructor, responsible for inheritance. Now understanding? Guys, three jobs of constructors: responsible for object creation, responsible for initialization, reinitialization, and third, responsible for inheritance. This is third job of constructor. Is everyone getting my point? Okay. So guys, do one thing. Can you just take a peek of this and then copy in your notes? Take the peek, guys, then copy in your notes. Done? Done? Okay. Write down this. Means take the peek of this also. Done with the peek? Okay. Okay. So guys, give me final confirmation. Is everyone clear up to this? All static member inherits, all non-static member inherits except constructor. Constructor is the only member of Java which cannot be inherited. Okay. So guys, remaining part of inheritance, that is multiple inheritance topic, that we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. In a tomorrow session, we will see remaining part of inheritance. Okay. Fine, guys. See you tomorrow, everyone.